Game number 1. We have another best of 5 on our hands. Chili Mountain is playing against the Hardos today. And the Hardos, they kind of need to win this. So right now they are the last series that gets played this Playday. And with the current situation in the standings as we're headed into the series, the Hardos are actually 3rd if I'm not mistaken. So if they win here, then they retake the number 1 spot. But currently 30k is in the number 1 position. So I guess the 30k players are currently watching this match and they are just trying to help Chili Mountain to prep. There's like all the pep talk one after another, giving them some secret draft information or whatever you can to boost them a little bit. Because if Chili Mountain takes down the Hardos, that would be insane for 30k and for the Donuts. So they are really hoping that the Hardos slip up today. Infernal Shrines, our first map. The bans went on Volskaya Foundry. And what was banned? Infernal Shrines was banned. So Infernal Shrines and Volskaya Foundry were banned by the teams. Now we're heading, of course, into our first map of this best of 5, and there's no denying that the Hardos are still the favorite. But Chili Mountain, they are in 5th place in the standing now. And they, of course, also hope to at least take a couple of maps, because they still want to reclaim that number 4 position where Team Soundless is currently sitting. And for Chili Mountain, that's not... They didn't really have a great first part of the season here. Hoga again as a first pick. Sonya got banned. We also have the ban on Thingy, on Medivh. And I just, by the way, mistakenly said that Infernal Shrines was banned. Of course, Infernal Shrines was not banned. It was picked. The bans were Volskaya Foundry and Dragonshire. My bad, sorry. But yeah, so Hoga comes in first on Infernal Shrines. It makes perfect sense. It's, by the way, also the reason why they just banned out Tychus. Because with Odin, you can absolutely demolish the objective and it pushes against you. And you have a really good shot of winning the objective if you pop Tychus's ult during the objective fight. Now Lucio for Banana Age, and we got also Barcold and Diva. They're going full Overwatch on the first rotation on the 1-2 pick. And, well, with the double pick coming in for the blue team, the question is still what Nick is going to take. And this is Infernal Shrine, so there's a chance that at some point he's going to lock in his Kerrigan again. For now it's Bad Benny on Diablo. Oh, not Variant for once. Who would have thought? Great hero pick, of course, for the map, though. And we got Hanzo played likely by Hazops here. Yeah, but it should be a fun series. Chili Mountain is a bit of an underdog now. They had a bit of a tricky season. It's obviously only halftime. In total, we have 14 Playdays. This is Playday number 7. After that, we got the playoffs. And of course, everybody is aiming for the offline final that we're most likely going to have in France, in Paris. Now, COVID plays a bit of a role here, but with the vaccinations going, continuing throughout the world, but Europe also in particular, of course, for this one, and also the summer hitting again and the numbers declining everywhere. Right now, it looks really good for the offline final. That's the last update that we got from the Masters Clash, and that's, of course, where all the teams want to go. They want to finally, you know, play at an offline event again. And that's why everybody is going to really train for this one. And that's why Chili Mountain is going to make they're going to do everything they can to at least take a few maps here. But as I mentioned, if they can take the entire series, that would be insane. It would be incredible. But here come the bans. So we got Mei banned out. She's pretty regularly banned and picked now. A lot of control, especially on Infernal Shrines. Also on Cursed Hollow, to give another example. And Brightwing got banned too. So here comes the double pick for Macke and his boys. And Macke is, of course, one of the guys who always play, he played a lot of Falstad. We've seen him on Mephisto again. There's the birdie, in this case apparently for Azerite. And Nuburak gets taken, so yeah, we got the Beetle in. And the main question is simply what Macke is going to play. Oftentimes the mage player for the team, as I mentioned, Mephisto is a hero that he plays on Infernal Shrines, on Volskaya Foundry. The double pick coming through, though, for the blue team, and it's always the question, what is Nick going to pick? He's playing with his Maiev, he's playing his Kerrigan, he has a lot of really aggressive heroes that can make the difference. And there she is. Kerrigan wants to carry again, and we got Malfurion picked by Yasu. Alright, so last pick coming in, but that is already a terrifying setup for the Hardos, no doubt about it. Yeah, we got, especially of course the stun potentially also from Hanzo, and then on the back of it you can go for the arrow from Hanzo into a Diablo Apocalypse. You have Kerrigan with another combo, Malfurion with the root on the ground, and Hoga just pogging it out the entire time. Yeah, we get Imperius back, look at that! Triple frontline. I miss you, buddy. Imperius is back to business. Guys, we're heading into game number 1. Infernal Shrines, Chili Mountain is going up against the Hardos. Game number 1, Infernal Shrines is the map, and on the left side, the Hardos with Nick on Kerrigan. Can he carry again with Kerrigan today? Here we have Yazoo on Malfurion. Hazorps is playing Hanzo. Chris on Pogga. Wait, but bad blap. Bad Benny on Diablo. And on the right side of the map, Chili Mountain with Macke on Falstad. On the level 1 with the frequent flyer, we get Azerite on Imperius, Banana H on Lucio. Gia on Nuburak, and Backhult is playing a Diva. Okay, let's go. Oh, Bad Benny. Yeah, so the carry setup for Nick. Can he pull it off once more? Now, as all of this comes together, both of the teams are a little bit cautious here in the middle. Of course, when you're going up against this many stuns on the side of the Hardos, you should need to be a little bit careful. But Bad Benny is already sitting at the side together with Nick, and the combo attempt is coming through. And that is a dead Imperius. Yep. Imperius got dumped, and Kerrigan took him down. Easy peasy. So that's the opening kill for the Hardos, and yeah, well done. Nick is already up to his usual shenanigans here with the rest of the team, and they're getting the quick kill in against Imperius. Now all the way towards the top, Chris is now playing it out against Backhult in the one versus one setup. I'm starting to have some problems here getting the words out. What's happening? We had some games casted before, so it's been a bit of a longer day, but it's not really been that bad. Yeah, and off we go. But then again, at the same time, of course, also a big bike ride today again. Shout out to all the roadies here, all the road cyclists out there. I'm sorry, dear mountain bike fans, but I simply cannot afford money and time-wise to do both, and road biking is just more fun, not sure what to tell you. So yeah, big bike ride again today. Trying to get in shape here and break those Strava records. Anyways, now that we're heading into the first few camps here, the 1 minute marker is of course passed. There's also an opportunity again to go for a kill, and this time it's the red team that is trying to lock one in, and they take Kerrigan down. Yeah, she got weighed down a little bit by the backpack that she put on today to carry the team, and Chili Mountain came in and abused that and simply dropped her. Well played. Solid kill, and they're showing some signs of life. I mean, honestly, one of the most terrifying things that you can possibly see as a commentator, and I guess as a viewer too, is that you come into a series and all of a sudden a team is just like dumpstering from the get-go. So that kill is already a bit of a sign that they are going to at least not give this up too easily, if at all. Chris gets attacked here, but he's able to pog out without any problems, and another camp gets attacked too as Chili Mountain is trying to get a few more in, as you can see. So, there we go. Easy peasy. Yeah, quick setup here once again, as they're now moving in for another kill, and Nick dies again. So that is another kill here. So, I don't know, that's 2 kills already against Kerrigan, and oh, that got dangerous. Even if Chris dies now, at least he takes the camp, and he doesn't fall. So that's pretty good. But can you imagine if Nuburak's dive came in at the perfect moment just before the camp is claimed and they can steal it away? That would have been incredible. That would have been absolutely incredible. So instead what we're seeing is Bad Benny going straight in for a push again, trying to set up a kill. And the red team is a little bit late on their own camp, but Diva's just now taken it, so now she can move over to help the team out. Nick is still at the bottom of the map. Around objective number 1, the goal is of course always to get level 7 before your opponent does. So that's why the teams are splitting heroes onto the lanes in an attempt to ensure that they're getting extra XP and then the earlier camp. And Kerrigan already got attacked at the bottom as all of this happened. Yeah, and Macke and Banana, they're doing their thing. Same time now, the level 7 kicked in for Chili Mountain just a little bit sooner, and they're trying to use it to take Bad Benny down. Bad Benny gets attacked, is a bit low, but he makes it out of harm's way. Has to tap the fountain though. Went into Devil's Dew on level 1, so that's an easy full HP and mana pool for him again. With 38 stacks, there's no way that the Hardos are going to lose out on the Punisher. They're going to take this one easy peasy. They get the late level 7, but it didn't matter too much. But Nick, at the bottom of the map, is getting controlled again, and he dies. Nick down, everybody. Yep. Nick gets dropped for the 3rd time in the game. All 3 kills that Chili Mountain got so far are against Nick. Kerrigan gets killed 3 times in a row. No mercy for the Queen of Blades. Now, still some damage done here in the middle. It's a frozen Punisher, but honestly, this one could have been even more impactful. Now that they baited it over, they can easily take it down. The wall hasn't quite fallen yet. Eventually, they're going to correct that, but it is still solid for Chili Mountain. Guys, I don't know. The season has been pretty cool. We had, for a long time, the Hardos, they came in and they just won everything. Everything. Didn't even lose maps. And then they had some games that just didn't work out for them. But now there's at least teams that are trying to contest this a bit. And Chili Mountain seems to be one of them. They lose a Nuburak, just as I say that though. And Nick is apparently trying to redeem himself for the bit of a feed setup, but it is Diablo that comes in with the wall stun. Nick still gets the kill steal, comes in with the last hit, and that is momentum in the mid lane that can easily translate into a destroyed fountain. That's great for later on in the game, and they can maybe even get some additional damage onto the fort. And that leads also to pretty identical situation in the game, honestly. 3 kills to 3, 9.5 for both of the teams. So far, so good. Both will get their level 10 for the next objective, and that's kind of what you want. So, right here, there's already the next camp that gets attacked in just a moment. Level 10 abilities are, by the way, terrifying. That's where the Hardos could take a mad lead and a little momentum. If you have a Hanzo arrow into the Apocalypse and then even Falstad, sorry, not Falstad, but Malfurion and Kerrigan as follow-ups. Yep, there we go. Bye-bye, birdie! And they steal the camp. Falstad gets absolutely creamed in this one. Easy arrow to the face, and Hardos was not hesitating for even a second. He just murdered him. So now another stun set up, and Azerite is gonna drop too. They're already zoning him away. Well, actually, they might not be able to get the kill after all. The level 10 kicked in for him. And instead, it's Hanzo that falls. What the hell? How? Azerite with a big ult here survives and opens a kill opportunity. Hanzo goes down, and Azerite is back to business with another stun connect attempt against Bad Benny this time. And they take the kill on Diablo. Kerrigan is still trying to make something happen for them, but instead she might die too if she's not careful. So Nick, he survives, but boy, did that backfire. Yeah, it looked like it was a guaranteed kill against Imperius. And instead, they got 1 kill. Now they go for Chris. He's pogging a bit, but if he gets stunned, then he might just die, because Muck is already following this up. Then again, Muck is also a bit low, and now that Hanzo's back to business, they need to get away from this one. Alright, Imperius is dead instead. But yeah, we got some serious action in this one. I like it. I like it. A lot of fights coming through. Now we have 10 kills already at the 7-minute mark. Not bad. But let's take also a bit of a closer look at the damage output between the two teams here. 21,000 for Hogger. And they have the early access on the shrine because, well, Imperius isn't back yet. But still, that was quite incredible because Imperius was completely locked into a corner. They had him cornered completely. With Malfurion dropping the lawn, there was just no escaping it. But now the lead again on the objective, and this time we're going to talk about an Arcane Punisher. And here we go. The red team is trying to do what they can to retake the position, but the lead has significantly gone over to the Hardos here. So I guess you have to really go for the team fight if you want to win this one. Hogger hasn't died yet. Can still pog it out, and does. Moves in for it. 30 stacks against 17. They need a kill. Chili Mountain needs a kill, but instead it's Gia that needs to jump out on an Uberak. And there it is. The arrow into Apocalypse. 2 get stunned by it. Azerite is a bit low, and Chris is just popping off on Hogger. So much damage here. Berkult is on the run, and he gets out. Yeah, Berkult gets away. But they have lost the Arcane Punisher again, and now the wall is open, so if the Punisher jumps, then they can follow up on it and maybe even get a kill here. And, I mean, Chris is just hogging like crazy over here. Now, it's still even experience, but not for long, because that's the first 4 to fall, and with the Arcane Punisher still being this strong and this healthy, they should be able to do a bit of damage at the bottom gate as well. And of course, there's always the chance to rotate into the middle and simply take the additional fort. That's something that they can do as well. So right now, they're starting to make the play. There's the level 13 now, of course, on top of it. And there's the Chrysalis. Yeah, 13 on both sides, and that gives us the synergy with the sustained wins. And yep, there's the Burning Beetles now. Bot lane, mid lane getting attacked, Hogger up at the top. And we have at the same time now also The Punisher finally defeated, but another camp has been taken. So they're really starting to control the map here. But you look over to the experience, and there's not really that much of a gap. The kill count is identical, so we still have options. That, on the other hand, that was sexy. Arrow as well, but he gets out. That was a nice attempt by the Hardos, but now Chris might fall. Chris is in trouble, and he goes down. That was a good idea, and honestly, a great setup from Carrigan too, but it just didn't work. The Hanzo arrow was a little bit too short distance to have a big impact, and Nubarak got out, and without the kill, yeah, they just couldn't follow up. And Hogga went a bit too deep and then gets punished for it. So, good idea, but the execution did not quite work the way that they intended it to. Chili Mountain has therefore taken the lead in kills and experience again, and gained a bit of momentum on the map. They're trying to take the fountain down, I suppose. And they should... Yeah, no, they're losing out on vision too much, so they won't be able to drop it. Yeah, especially since Falset is now getting attacked right away. Good route for Malfurion. Carrigan, they're going for the choke point again. And Bad Benny is dead. Bad Benny is down. And here comes the play against Chris. Carrigan is doing what she can. Hogga is pogging. And they're still looking for the second kill. Chia gets attacked now too, and all of a sudden Chris is isolated again, and he is gonna drop. There's the explosion. Nick is with the Chrysalis doing a really good job at dodging out on the damage, but Yazu nearly died. Yeah, 5 kills to 8. Chili Mountain. It is impressive. Chili Mountain, yeah, their season was so weird. It was so strange. And they honestly lost games that they shouldn't have lost. But now going up against the Hardos, who for the longest times looked like they were absolutely untouchable, they are pulling off one good play after another, and it's looking good. They have taken the lead again. Now, you should never count out the Hardos. They're a team that can come back at any moment. You give them an opportunity and they're going to murder you. They're not only going to kill you, they're going to kill your family. They're going to kill everybody that has ever spoken to you. They're going to kill your co-workers. And yeah, they're just going to make sure that nobody even knows that you ever existed. They're like the Mafia at the end of the day. So, you need to be careful there. Chris, he's taking the camp topside. Up top to the top right, we got Berkel do the same thing. And look how aggressive they're positioning here. It's like, damn. They go for the Admiral Akbar move. It's a trap. And Yasu might just fall for it. Yep. Goodbye. Oh. Yeah, they can't save him. But they can kill Falstad. That was a great arrow from Hanzo. Fantastic Hanzo arrow, but is it enough? Because Nick is now low too. The Chrysalis, Cocoon against Hogga. Nick, the APOC! Oh, no, they lose 2. They kill Carrigan, but now Gia is trapped. It's a trap, and a very different kind of trap. Everybody down. 5-man team wipe. Oh my god, they completely crushed. Check this shit out. Look how they trapped them here. They went for Nick and they got the kill, but then they just cornered them completely. Everybody was just dead and dying. It was such a good idea to get the kill against Malfurion, but then Hanzo's arrow, that was the first step that just shut it down, and then this happened. I mean, boy, that was crazy. That was really nuts. And now it's 10 kills against 10, but of course another objective in the hands of the Hardos. Really, 3 in a row. It seems like Chili Mountain just can't get a break. Every single time they are ahead, just a second later, they get absolutely murdered. So the idea was awesome. I mean, the trap was great. If the problem for Chili Mountain was that everybody was so close that the Hardos could immediately react to it. If that wasn't the case, then that kill against Malfurion and maybe even a follow-up on Carrigan would have been just so great, but the choke point got controlled perfectly by the Hardos. There's the push over the wall, the bait on the Punisher, but that's the last fort that has just fallen. The wall is getting opened up, and boy. Chili Mountain, I feel a bit sorry for them. I really do. They have some great ideas, they have some great team fights, but you go up against the Hardos, and as I said before, you make one mistake and they punish you. They drop you. They drop you like you're hot. And I know they're chilly, but still. Yeah, it's bad today. Kind of feel the need to apologize for some of that shit say today, but yeah. I won't. You tuned in, it's your own fault. I didn't force you to click. Okay, so now we got the push on the defense in the middle. The XP gap isn't that big. Experience gap is manageable. It's still manageable. But if you lose, they lost 3 Punishers. If you lose more than that, then yeah, you are in a bad spot here. So now down at the bottom of the map, Chris is already sitting tight, and that's another camp. So pretty much they paint the entire map blue. They have taken all 3 camps at the bottom, the top left, of course, earlier, and it seems like, oh yeah, the YOLO arrow. Ooh, that one goes straight to North America. Yeah. Again, it's one of those arrows that it can YOLO out. It's, you know that you're going to have it back in time for the next objective. It's not going to be a big problem. Once the real team fight starts, you're going to have the arrow in. And as I explained multiple times in the past, this is one of those things where you can make a play, you can try. It's very high risk, but if you get something out of it, then you can control the map even more. So, was worth a shot. I mean, again, 20, it's the bigger problem. That's also one of the reasons why the red team is now playing this a bit safer. Looking at the bot lane, checking this one out. Top side, Nick is still together with Chris here. 4 deaths on Kerrigan, same what we're seeing on Azerite with his Imperius. Both of them died 4 times. And the damage output, Hoga is at 41,000 now. Highest damage dealer in the game. Hanzo is just behind with the 39k that he brings in. But yep, there's the level 20. In just a sec. So we get the Hellgate again. Serenity, Bullseye. And the upgrade for the Maelstrom. The Omega Storm. Omega Lul! And off we go. Also for Hoga, the Anger Management. There's quite a few hero players that could use some of that. Okay, they're trying to steal that away. 20 versus 20, they allowed it. But now they have to force the fight. And here we go. Azerite gets attacked. Here comes the Wind Tunnel. Cocoon gets used too. Omega Lul is out, and so is Serenity. Everybody is going, arrgh! And they're trying to go for Diva. The explosion is out and zones them away. But there's a lot of heroics that we just saw for not a lot of action. Azerite is still a bit close, so they were trying to go for a kill here. Thanks to the global that Maka is running, they can at least defend the top lane, so there's that. And still the chance to go for the bottom fight, because at some point you gotta face the music. At some point you just gotta go for the battle. And do they let this one slide? I don't think so. Falset is flying in, so there's the advantage. The lead with the 25 points that they have. Oh, Diablo! Diablo meets Anubarak. But here comes the wall stun again. Bad Benny has to Hellgate out. They got a bit too dicey. And here comes the next Punisher. How many is that in a row now? 4? It's 4, right? 4 Punishers in a row. And they're stealing the camp. It's crazy. It's honestly a bit crazy. Every time Chili Mountain started to have a lead, the Hardos won a big fight and brought it back. And now, even though we have even kills, nearly even experience, with 4 objectives claimed, the Hardos are making the play for the structures. And here comes the arrow. That one connected. And the Gust is back out again. Market trying to save the day for their team here. So, yeah, Yasu again with his ult. Here comes the APOC. Nice stun. Kerrigan with the Chrysalis. Bad Benny is low. And Bad Benny is down. But so is Anubarak. Both of the tanks have fallen. The keep is toast. They're trying to go for Banana Age, but Lucio gets away. But Berkulz, yeah, he wants to go for Nick here, and instead Diva dies. Diva dies, and the big poke from Chris as he drops Lucio and Falstad, and that's going to be the end of game number 1 as the Hardos take the lead in the best of 5 years of the Storm series at the Masters Clash. Nicely done. Yeah, great victory here for the blue team as they lock in their W on Infernal Shrines. GG. And well played.
Before we head into game number 2, make sure that you subscribe to the channel if you haven't done it yet so you don't miss out on any future content here on Khaldor TV.
Game number 2, the Hardos with the lead against Chili Mountain. And of course for Hardos fans, that's exactly the outcome of the first map that they wanted now that we're heading into Tomb of the Spider Queen. But I still got to admit that I feel a little bit bad for Chili Mountain, because they had several moments in this game where it seemed like they might just be able to take the lead or build some momentum. And yeah, if you do that against any other team, you're most likely going to be successful. If you're doing it against the Hardos, you just have another thing coming, haven't you? So now we're heading into game number 2. It is the map choice of the Hardos, as first pick, first ban was chosen by Chili Mountain. Again, if people are unfamiliar with how this works, the losing team always has the option whether they want to go and choose the map or if they want to have first pick, first ban. Most of the time in the European scene, you see teams going for first pick, first ban, and the other team then chooses the map. So in this case, because Chili Mountain lost, they decided that they want to have first pick, first ban, and the Hardos decided the map. Tomb of the Spider Queen has been a solid one for them throughout the entire season. Sometimes it now gets even banned against them. Here comes the ban on Lucio, the ban on Uther against Make. You want to ban out Medivh, so that's what they do. And Mei has also been eliminated. We see more and more Mei bans here. So now that Sonya's taken, of course you can still go for Hogga if you want to. With the bot lane on Tomb of the Spider Queen. I mean, there's a lot of heroes that are really excelling here. We have seen a lot of Malthael in the past. You can go for Rexa, which we see here. Hogga is great. Leo, of course, with the wave clear is always fantastic. So there's a lot happening right now. And yeah, it's a good opening also for the Hardos. But the Sonya first pick is always kind of cool. She's very often banned these days and doesn't even make it into the game. But now we're going to have some slam action again. But what else is Chili Mountain going to try to pull off here? Well, they go for Varian and they go for Tychus. Okay, so interesting that they decide to go for Tychus this early, though. Because I could have totally seen... I mean, honestly, I expected them to go for, let's say, Stukov together with this. Right now, Hardos are most likely going to ban out either Stukov or Malfurion and going to pick the other one away. That's a likely play to make here. It's not the only one that you have, but it's always a solid one. And instead, they ban out Ana. Okay, there's a lot of supports that really work together with that, but Stukov and Malfurion are really the two that come to mind the most whenever you want to play with the variant setup, because you either can follow up with the root, or you can follow up with the silence. And since they ban out Ana, I still would say they're picking one of the two for themselves. And to be honest... I mean, that Benny could go Anubarak. Okay, they ban Anubarak, because I was just about to say, with what they have, they could pick Stukov, pick Anubarak, and then have the Anubarak-Stukov-Rexa combo. But now that Anubarak got banned, that option isn't available anymore. Doesn't mean you can't play Stukov, but it's not going to be as deadly of a composition as the Anubarak setup would have been. So, but Benny now has to make a choice. His variant got taken away. And he goes into Garish instead. And we got the old man! Deckard Payne comes in. And the old man telling stories again. Let's see what he's going to tell us this time. Yeah, I was just talking about it the other day. Like, it's kind of weird. I was at my dad's place the other day, and there was still a box with like memories and pictures and old stuff. And there was a letter that a girl wrote me that I met at the party. And back then, you would give a girl that you met at the party either your landline or your address, and she would write you a letter. Crazy times, I know. Yeah, Khaldor gets revealed as a boomer, but those were the days, honestly. Better times. Today everybody is worried of how many likes they get on the latest Instagram picture that they photoshopped for 3 hours. Chris goes for Gul'dan. We got Jaina in, and I like that already. You don't see her all that often, and we have Brightwing together with it. So no Stukov, no Malfurion. Instead we get the Polymorph as Brightwing comes in, and it is Tomb of the Spider Queen, ladies and gentlemen, our second map in this Best of 5 series. Let's go! The Hardos against Chili Mountain on the left side. Bad Benny on Garrosh, Hazorps on Rexa, Chris on Gul'dan. Yeah, going for the chaotic energy here. So, Life Drain build. Deckard Kane, played by Yazu. We got Nick on Hogga. And on the right side of the map, Chili Mountain with Banana H on the Trash Wing. We got Make on Jaina. Gia on Varian. Backhold on Sonya. And Azerite is playing Tychus. So, let's go, everyone. Yeah, let's get this party started. Level 1, the body check. Yeah, and what are we getting for our second game? Where are the money picks? There we go. Backhood, my boy. Riding with style into the battle. I gotta say that the bottle ship is still nice. I've already talked about it a couple of times, but the bottle ship is kind of cool. I mean, the money pick is just the money pick. It is eternal. But still, what's not eternal is Varian. He dies quickly, and Banana H dies too. So, yep, That's a quick double kill. Opening the game up with a bang. Good job by the Hardos. And Chili Mountain gets shut down a little bit hard over here. So now they're going for Hardos. They might be able to get a counter kill. But Nick on his yellow snowflake is already starting to come in from the top. The old man.
Stay a while and listen. Ah, kids, when I was young.
Oh. Alrighty. Fucking Deckard Kane. Every time. Hazu! Yeah, it's of course now that we have the camp at the bot lane with the Siege Giants, you kind of want to set that up. But Backhold gets attacked now too. And here we go. There comes Backhold. And he makes it out. Ah, well, dodging out on the stun of Misha. And Misha is dead. Yeah, how do you deal with that? Unbearable. Hazorbs, he needs to wait a little bit longer for Misha to pop back up, but yeah, there's not really a big lead in experience or anything. The early kills were kind of neat, but it's not like they got a whole lot out of them. In the meantime, we have on the left side the camp taken, the same happens on the right side. The cool thing with Jaina in your team is simply that you also have a ton of wave clear for those mercenary camps, that's kind of nice. We don't see her all that much these days, but if they can make her work here, that would be kind of cool. Especially since, of course, you add a bit more CC just in general, thanks to the slow, and on top of that, you also have the burst damage that you want when you're playing Varian. So that's kind of nice. We got the Ruby! Here comes the taunt. So now finally we got the level 4 up, and the bigger they are. So they're gonna try and chunk them down hard. Yeah. Well, at the same time, mid lane, two camps are colliding, and off we go. There's the play for Bad Benny. Oh, but instead he turns it on Gia, flips him. There's a nice Brightwing with a save. Oh boy, that was a clutch one. Banana H, baby. Yeah, and he gets out too, because that got dicey for him as well. This was a 4 versus 5, by the way. Disrespecting Misha a little bit, I know, but we don't counter in that situation. And instead they're going for Varian again. Gia is getting pummeled a little bit, not only because Hogger is joining the fray now. Garrosh is the first one to fall, but they get the kill against Varian too, so now it's a 1-for-1 trade. And boy, we got some aggressive games here. Oh, I like it. Now they're coming in again. And yes, there it is. Whoop, there it is. Down goes good old Sonya. Yeah, so with that, they have their kills in, 4 kills to 1. Still need to defend the middle of the map. And Nick, what's the gem count actually? Yeah, they took some of the gems away from Chili Mountain, so they were only able to get a few of those taken away, but at least they were able to pull it off at all. So now they are, yeah, 15 gems ahead, roughly. Blue team already has a turn-in available. Chris is going full drain on this one. And with the level 7 talents already in their hands, it means that they have a bit of an advantage, but Azurite still gets an interrupt with the grenade. But the aspect of the beast! As Nick is getting attacked, taunted, and makes it out. Yeah, Hogger. I don't know what to tell you. Hogger is just pogging 6 days to Sunday, and with huge success. The bot lane already opened, the entire wall is down, which means that the web weavers are now likely going to do some significant amount of damage down there. If someone else moves down and helps out a bit, because so far it seems that Sonya is going to have an easy defense since nobody else is in. But yes, there's Rexa. So Rexa is moving back down. And over here, they're already trying to get some damage in against fort number 2. And try to drop that one too. Marke has no mana and needs to move away from this one. So yeah, that would have been crazy. If they could have interrupted the Hearth, that would have been really good. Either way, he's missing now. And that, of course, makes the situation not any easier. The wall is falling for sure. At the bottom of the map, the fort itself is taking damage. And, of course, the fountain has been eliminated. And the blue team has now started to refocus their attention towards the top lane, as they are trying to take one of the forts down for good. But even if they don't manage to do that, all 3 of them will have taken damage. But it looks like they can get this one. Yeah. Over here, Azurite, A goes down. Can they collect the gems? They're protecting them. Guys, that was over 30 gems that they just lost. The fort is gone and they lost 30 gems. Hardos, they are crushing. They are still, as far as I know, undefeated on Tomb of the Spider Queen. And it continues. So, yeah. Brightwing, by the way, with a sticky flare over here. Dream shot into sticky flare. We have a word for that. We call that disgusting. And now they're, I mean, level ahead, 4 kills ahead, taking a 4 down. Took the gems away from them. I mean, just look at the situation. We currently have no gems turned in by either one of the teams. And despite the fact that there's already a turn in for the Hardos, they hold more gems in their hands than Chili Mountain. I mean, that's quite the statement. And now we're going straight in for Stay a While and Listen. We got the Horrify, we got the Shockwave. But this is just terrifying. Chili Mountain is currently getting murdered. Absolutely murdered. So they're starting to go for the attack at the top. They're apparently trying to bring this back a little bit. But, whew. In the middle, there's no chance for Gia to set anything up with the taunt either. And instead, it's a trap. And they're going for Berkult. There's the taunt. The older man comes in as well. The Horrify. They're blocking the path. And this is a double kill, ladies and gentlemen. 2 heroes down. Easy.
Stay a while and listen. Ha ha ha. Sweet summer child.
Marker, boop, goes down too. Yeah, this is a disaster for Chili Mountain. I mean, they are being toyed with here. They don't have level 10, so the Hardos are not afraid to take whatever fight they can get, and they take the last 4 down. I mean, look at this fight. Look at this setup. They flip the target in, they completely go for the taunt, and then they cut off the path of retreat with Hogger, and they get 2 kills because Brightwing tried to help out. Hazuops turns in 23 gems. Well, it's trying to turn in 23 gems. Mistimed that a little bit. But that's the Web Weavers now, of course. Did he actually mistime it, or did he intentionally cancel it because the camp wasn't aggroed yet? I think they aggroed the camp already and he messed it up. I mean, not that it matters, obviously. But yeah, still a bit curious here. We got Leap on level 10 and we got the Ring of Fail. So let's see what they can do with that. Well, they might get the kill. No, 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 no. No kill, no leap, Berkult. Can they maybe now make a play somewhere? And they're not getting the connect with Nick. Nick is low, but he's alive. And they go instead for Tigers and they get the drop down here on him. Tigers is down. That's the end of Sonya. Unbelievable. The Hardos, they are murdering them. They're crushing them. If they crush them any harder, then they're going to turn Chili Mountain into diamonds. The pressure is on. I mean, seriously. 10 kills to 1. They are absolutely slapping them around here. There's a talent advantage, a 2-level advantage. We are 8.5 minutes in, guys. 8.5, and they're going for keep number 1. And they've already destroyed every single fort. The first keep is gonna fall here. And they're just toying with them. And I'm not even talking about all of the gems that they lost. It's not only that they lost Azerite up at the top and he lost, I think, 33 gems, but now he died again and lost even more. So it's just nuts. They're going for the bot lane and they might even take the second keep here. They might even take the game if they can take Marker down. Old man comes in with the Resident Sleeper setup, telling stories about the war. Rexa is down, but so are Sonya and Jaina. And that's the second keep that just fell. And they're not stopping. They're going for Lucio here. Can't stop, won't stop. They're going for Gia. That's 20 gems. And they are lost. 20 gems down. Currently, Chili Mountain holds a single gem. Not that it matters anymore, because if this continues, they're going to lose the game here. I mean, Chris is trying to get the damage in. And they're just murdering. Now, yep, Core is losing a couple of hit points, but obviously they're not going to be able to take it. But the catapults are still chipping in some extra shots. Nick is low. The Ring of Fail, that didn't connect. Yeah, it's desperation, of course, to a big part. I mean, Marker had to YOLO the ult out. It's not like he had a lot of time to really make this perfect, since he was also about to die. So, as it stands, we have 13 kills to 2. We have a 3-level lead. The core has taken 10% damage already. 2 of the keeps are down. And they are just controlling everything. And you look over to the gem count and, well, Hardos are still ahead. Crazy game. Crazy game. And of course, quests are going to be completed soon too. Look at Rexa, for example. He's only 1 globe away from getting the extra armor for himself and Misha. Great game by the Hardos. Honestly, they just show their class here again. Which makes the series that the Donuts had against them even more impressive, of course. And let's not forget that game 1 at least was kind of close. There's the taunt, though. That is an opportunity. But Benny, no. It's too big. You have level 16 against level 13. It's a desperate attempt by Chili Mountain to make something work here, but they lose 4 heroes in that encounter, and it wasn't even close. It's a 3-level gap. The stats advantage is insane. You have a talent advantage, but there's nothing else that Chili Mountain can do. They had to YOLO it a little bit and hope for something to happen. Didn't really work out, but yeah, they had a bit of a shot there. Either way, this is game. We have the Hardos with the 2-0 lead against Chili Mountain in this best of 5 series. So yeah, congratulations to the Hardos, locking in a victory on Tomb of the Spider Queen. And now it's time to head straight for game number 3. Battlefield of Eternity! We have the 3rd map coming in, and it might be the last one. Right now, it is the Hardos who have taken a 2-0 lead after they locked in a, really convincing victory on the 2nd map. Tomb of the Spider Queen was always an amazing map for them. That's one of the main reasons why they picked it, of course. And they just toyed with the opposition. Chili Mountain, they had, honestly, the best chances to take a game here on the 1st map. Now we're heading into Battlefield, and if they are not able to manage it here, then it's just lights out. First thing that happens is that Hogger gets finally banned out. That guy had such a massive impact. Chris had a lot of fun in the last few games, I can tell you that much. And, well, Chris and Nick. So now we got the Uther ban. And let's see what else they're gonna get rid of, because you have once again the chance to ban Medivh out if you really want to, if you feel you have to. I'm a bit terrified. This is another good map where Benny and his team have played a lot of variant sniper combos, which could be the case here too. D.Va gets banned first and foremost, but that leads us also to the next ban for the Hardos, and here is Sonya. Okay, so Sonya gets banned out, no chance to go for her. So Sonya and Hogger banned this time, but that leaves up Chromie, that leaves up Medivh. Supports as Lucio and Anna are also, of course, still up. So what are we gonna get here? Are we gonna get that Chromie pick again? We had that a lot in the past, so there's that. That could happen for sure. There's actually a lot right now. You can still think about, do we need Medivh? Yes, no. Do you want to have Chromie, for example? Do we want to have an early tank for Bad Benny? Maybe play his variant style again with the Stukov. Well, we got Malfurion, we got Hanzo, so you already have a good damage dealer against the Immortal, and on top of that you have Malfurion. Yeah, and now there's a bit of a moment of truth here for Chili Mountain, because with that double pick they have to make a choice. Eventually they have to decide whether they want to take Medivh or not, and it's Battlefield of Eternity. We've seen Medivh here. He's falling off a little bit again. Teams have been picking a lot into any kind of control over the portal. Malfurion, for example, is a good one for that. And here comes the Dwarf again. And we got Jimmy, so that means Exterminator and very likely Sledgehammer. Gives you immortal damage, gives you a stun. A bit of a game of chicken that still gets played around Medivh, of course. But if anybody locks it in, it's going to be Macke. Muradin, he's getting more and more popular lately again. So yeah. What's the ban? What are the Hardos gonna get rid of? Genji! Okay. They don't want the Shimada brothers going toe-to-toe here. They don't want anybody to jump on them. It's of course also a bit of a question what Nick is now gonna play. Nick and Chris. That's what we have on our eye on. They could even play maybe with a bit of global. It's not really the typical map for it, but we've seen, for example, some players with Falstad here as well. The ban against May, frontline, so Bad Benny gets attacked here. They could still go into a Nubarak or into Varian if they want. Malfurion is a decent follow-up for it. Hell, they could play Tracer here. They have Malfurion already set up. If they really want to just go for some damage and a bit of YOLO action, they could do that too. You never really know what you're going to get. Now, of course, on the other side, we already got Jimmy, so careful with that. Auto attack is something that you definitely cannot dodge. But there's Thrall, and there is Varian. Varian is in. Nick is the last one that still needs a hero. Chris with Thrall could see the triple frontline again. But Varian plus Malfurion, we've been talking about ever since the start of the draft. And of course, this doesn't, profit talking about that. It's like they've been doing this the entire season. And now with Berghult and Macke, the final two picks coming in, the double rotation. for Chili Mountain. What are they gonna look into try and turn it around on Battlefield of Eternity? Well, we got Li Ming and we got ETC. So you have Muradin and ETC. ETC on the side lane, as we had it in the days of old. So you can even play with a stage dive. Echo of Elements likely, therefore, going to be picked on level 7. Side lane ETC. That's been a while. Back in the HGC days, you picked ETC first because he could either be played in the side lane or he could be played in the main tank position. And you had to make the choice later. So you had still options for your main tank if you wanted to. And here comes Samuro. Nice! Samuro, ladies and gentlemen. Okay, game number 3. Let's get the show on the road. We got Chili Mountain up against the Hardos. And the blue team has taken a 2-0 lead over the boys in red. So let's see if they can change this or if the series ends right here. Time to shine. Game number 3. The Hardos against Chili Mountain. Bad Benny. Back on his Varian, must feel good. He's been playing that hero over and over and over and over again, and then teams started to ban him out, but now he's back with his Varian. And, well, we got Chris on Thrall. We got Nick on Samuro, starting things up with the Way of the Wind. Yazu on Malfurion. Hazorps is playing Hanzo. And on the right side of the map, Banana H on Lucio. Gia plays Muradin. We got Backhult on ETC. Mako and Li Ming. And Azerite is starting things off with the Exterminator. And of course, playing Jimmy over here. Okay, it's time to party. We have on the bot lane our 4-man, so no surprises here. Thrall is part of the... yeah, he goes into Trash Lightning. Chris goes into the Trash Lightning. I was just about to say he's part of the 4-man this time. So this is already an interesting one, because normally you will see him with the Trolling Thunder, but since they are having Samuro on the side lane, Thrall is able to join the 4-man. So now he can try to get the stacks together, which immediately, of course, triggers a few reactions out of Chili Mountain. The first one is that they now have to make sure that they're spreading out a bit more whenever Thrall is coming in with the Chain Lightning. And sometimes you will see teams go as far as to split for a 3-2. But look how they're playing this. They're pretty much trying to not give any options to Thrall to stack, because if you can prevent him from stacking, that's a great move. And they are rotating aggressively towards the top lane, so that has multiple purposes. First of all, they're putting pressure on Samuro. Second of all, they're forcing reactions out of the Hardos. They have to shift their own setup so that they can respond to the aggression. And it puts Thrall into a position where he just simply cannot stack. So he's now going up against Muradin solo at the bot lane. Eventually someone is going to help out here. But Chris is going to have a very tough time to get proper stacks out. So that is one of the reactionary plays that you're seeing on the higher level of play whenever a Thrall player in the 4-man goes for Trash Lightning on level 1. Because if you can stack that bad boy, you are going to murder. You're absolutely going to murder. And in lower level leagues, this is going to happen a lot, where you have a player that joins the 4-man, he picks Trash Lightning, comes in and gets easy stacks because the opposing team just doesn't react at all and just clumps up, and he can super easily stack, and then Thrall murders the game in the later stage by simply dropping one Q after another. So, yep, there we go. Yeah, but either way, now with the talents that are coming together, the Stormbolt build, of course, gets also furthered a bit. Yeah, there's the first stack finally coming together for Chris. Looking for the extra... ooh, nice Stormbolt, nice! Yeah, Nick is already swapping out here, but that could have become dicey. So, good job by Nick, but also a neat move by Muradin. Playing the Candy King over here. The most creepy skin in the entire game. Pedo Muradin. Wanna have some candy? I was like, yeah, that, like, how that made it through approval is beyond me. Anyways, Sledgehammer is in. And we got the Behemoth Armor for Jimmy. Also with the level 4 talents, we got the one with the wind after Way with the Wind, which pretty much just says that the Samuro is just farting his way through the game all the time. Yeah, that one is dropping wind whenever he's in the team fight. It's honestly disgusting. It's one of the reasons why nobody wants to be close to Samuro, because he just smells. The guy needs a shower. I don't know what to tell you here. So, yeah, while Samuro is passing wind everywhere, we got the rest of the team focusing on the Immortal itself. Camps have, of course, now been taken by both of the teams. And Chris also worked on his stacks a bit, so he's sitting at 3 now. But here's the kill against Hazorps. So they take Hanzo down. Nice, neat kill. And they're going for more. They want Bad Benny as well. But they can't kind of get him here. So, yeah, I got close for a moment, but that kill alone is already worth a lot. Samuro is, on the other hand, already attacking, and he's getting some damage in, but it's still a lead for Chili Mountain. We're back with a 5 versus 5 up on the map. And oh, Azerite, careful, buddy. He's the one with the main damage. Exterminator is an insane talent. Uh-oh. Uh-oh. Team, not like this. Easy double kill. Yep. Beautiful, beautiful setup by the Hardos. Just as it seemed like Chili Mountain might get the lead on the first objective, we have the Hardos come in with a solid double kill in the choke point. Chris is still gonna fall here, isn't he? No way. No way. Oh my god, what? The Juke Master 2000, what's happening here? That's kind of crazy. I was actually able to get out of that situation. That's incredible. And they still win the objective. But yeah, here's what changed everything. I mean, look at that choke point setup. That's where they changed the entire setup. Azerite comes in, there's the Root of Malfurion, and then they come in with the easy kill. First against Thrall, then, sorry, not Thrall, against Jimmy, then against Lucio. Now we got level 7 about to kick in for the Hardos as they're pushing through the top lane. And yeah, this is gonna hurt. This is gonna hurt a lot. Now we got, as usual, of course, the Ancestral Wrath, Great Nuke, and also Sustain. More stacks coming together also for Thrall. He's sitting at 10 now. And here comes the Burning Blade for our Blade Master. Yeah, well, we got on top of that, with the level 7, finally Calamity kicking in. So maybe that is going to help them to get some momentum here. But the wall at the top has been lost. Samuro is also still doing work here, riding on his doubloon into battle. And as the game continues, Nick is of course going to be more and more of a nuisance. I mean, Samuro is just super annoying when you have a decent Samuro player play against you. Always have to be careful where you go with all of that. But now towards the top, we have again Chris and his boys locking in the camp. But Benny was anchoring the play here in the steam vent. And Samuro, he knows perfectly well what's happening at the bottom, but it's not like he can do anything about it. 13 stacks for Chris. Solid. He's getting good stacks together. Considering how diligent Chili Mountain was at the beginning of the game to deny stacks to him, that's a decent amount for the 5-minute mark. He has 13,000 damage already, so there you can see how much damage he can already get out, not only with careful, with the Trash Lightning, but just with his general playstyle on Thrall, so good on him. Very solid setup. And he's looking for more. He's trying to get some more stacks together, and the red team is going to attempt to deny them as much as they can now. And that's the thing about Chris. He's never getting greedy in these situations, and that is important. Quite important, actually. So, well, as it stands, there's the next fight already starting up. Nick makes it out, and Varian, he gets attacked. Bad Benny, oh, he's eating dirt, but he's getting out of the fight without getting dropped. So, yeah, got close for a moment, but the team, they banded together and they made it happen. And now the Immortal is starting to come back online. At least there's no big lead in experience or anything for the Hardos, so Chili Mountain don't have to worry about level 10 abilities being ready for the blue team just yet. And they're simply going for the halftime show. Both of them are going for the race here. And it's a close call. It's a really close call. I mean, that's insane. That's like 400 HP of the difference that we're seeing between the two of them. And that's with Jimmy, but of course Hanzo is also quite strong on that. Another good Chain Lightning from Chris, so he's at 15 stacks now. And talking about stacks, Muradin is of course with the Sledgehammer choice on level 4 trying to get his baseline completed as quickly as possible. 12 stacks. Still missing out on another 13. And everybody is spreading out. Everybody wants to make sure that Chris doesn't have additional targets. But they also have to deal with Nick, and that's a problem because he is burning through another wave and is going to try to push for the top fort a bit. And here's a level 10. And with level 10, they're now moving straight down to the bottom of the map, trying to lock another Immortal in. Level 10 ready for both teams, but even a bit later. There's the arrow of Hanzo that could be YOLO'd out if he sees an opportunity here. Stage dive, by the way, for ETC, so he's going to go for the pseudo global. And we got the Blade Storm. Blade Storm for our Blade Master. Hanzo with the arrow. And let's see if they're going to use that. For now, they don't. But yeah, Blade Storm can help you to control those waves even more and push for structures. And at the same time, Nick and Bergwold are still playing their toe-to-toe battle. Down here, though, here comes the stage dive. The arrow immediately in. They're trying to follow it up. Even the Twilight Dream gets dropped, but they can't get the kill. It was a good idea, but it didn't work out. The execution wasn't strong enough. They still are able to drop not only Muradin, but they're also now going for ETC, and they're trying to clean house here. The initial idea of the combo didn't work, but they still take the battle, they take the fight, and they take down 3 heroes. The Blade Storm kill against Jimmy, and with 5 kills to 1, the Hardos, they look fantastic again. 22 stacks now also for our boy Thrall, for the War Chief, and Chris is aggroing the camp as the Immortal is focusing onto the bot lane. Yeah, they are gonna get pretty ahead here. They're gonna take maybe even 2 forts, because Samuro is now at the top, still going up against ETC, but now that he has his ult, he is most likely going to be able to chunk down these waves quickly and make a play here. And at the bottom of the map, the Immortal, yeah, maybe they can poke him down. If they get Jimmy in a good position where they can drop it quickly, then they might have a chance. But it doesn't change the fact that this is going to be real tricky to deal with. And now, top side, I gotta say that Samuro is at least a little bit low, so Nick needs to be careful. But the fort is, of course, nearly destroyed, and down at the bottom of the map, we see a similar picture. Yep, there it is. Fort is down, and at the top, that could happen, or will happen, sooner rather than later, I suppose. A bit of a fight attempt down here. Stage dive, and Chris is down. Chris is down. The ragdoll gets completely kicked across the map, pretty much. Bad Benny is also isolated. He finds himself on the wrong side of that team fight, trying to make it out, but with that 5 versus 4 down here, the red team might get kills, but in the meantime, Nick has taken the top fort. So at the end of the day, it means that 2 of the forts are gone. Nick moved in for some easy damage, but he might just get caught here now. So he's still swapping around, and is able to make it out, but that could have been a bit dangerous for him. Anyways, they got the level 13. They have 2 of the forts destroyed. Inexperienced Chili Mountain are still in range, but look over to Chris, for example. He's sitting at 26 stacks now, and once the quest is completed, his poke potential is just incredible. Once that the Trash Lightning is starting to prioritize heroes, you can just attack whatever you want, and it's always going to bounce to the heroes in range, and that is going to be incredible to just poke them down before the fights even start, and especially around the Immortal battles, it's going to be great. And he is so fucking fast. I mean, we're 11 minutes in and he's at 26 stacks, and that is with Chili Mountain reacting properly at the beginning and starting to split heroes away from the lane where Thrall was positioning himself. So, real good job by Chris here. And it's of course also reflected in the damage output. I mean, look at it. He's at 32,000. He's poking the entire time. And looking extremely good with it too. Now, that is of course not necessarily damage that leads straight away to a kill, but in one of those sustained situations over here, it's still a good setup to have. Alright, comes already through with another wolf too. And on the left side, we got Nick trying to go for the Immortal. And over here, Chris is going to be looking for the next Chain Lightning. They go for Mirrodin. Ancestral Wrath maybe even. And Mirrodin is in trouble. And Mirrodin is dead. Easy kill. And they even go for Li Ming. 29 stacks. He needs 1 more. And then Chris is going to be done with his level 1 quest. Very good damage also. And guys, he's done at 12 minutes. 12 minutes in. He doesn't even have level 16 yet, and he has the quest completed. It's fucking crazy. He can now poke. I mean, look at this. He's just simply going for the structures, and every single hero behind the wall is eating dirt. So once the 16 kicks in, he's going to boost that even further. They're going for the fights, and in the meantime, Samura is just going for the objective. Samura is the only one that isn't here. Yeah, they're trying to jump on Bad Benny, and here's the slide just after the stage dive. Chris chips in a bit more damage, and the Immortal is still alive. They're trying for the defense. It's 5 versus 5. Varian is down. Maybe that's the moment. They go for Malfurion, and they drop him too. But ETC has fallen as well, and Nick gets dropped too. 3 heroes down, and the quest completed for Mirrodin. Is that the moment where they turn it? Is that the moment where they turn the game on its head? That's the question. Chris comes in. Connects another hit. A little bit of easy damage for him. 45,000 now. There's the defense up at the top. And of course, this one is going to get locked in by Jimmy. Yeah, Jimmy is going to be able to make that work. And, well, Thrall rotated down. Just said, okay, guys, I can't do anything here. Let's just go for the camp. But even that isn't really... he's a bit worried that there's a couple more heroes coming in, I suppose, and attack him. Now they know, of course, where he is, but he still has all the time in the world, can go for it. That's easy experience also in their hands, which will allow them to get level 16 for the defense. So, yeah. There's at least that. And here we have it. And Chris is going, of course, straight up into the thunderstorm. I mean, right away. And nobody's pushing. Nobody's pushing. First of all, they're already getting like slowed down over here. But they're not really pushing with this because they don't have level 16. They don't want to take the team fight. So they're trying to just wreak havoc somewhere else on the map. But Chris is moving in, even ignoring the Immortal after he initially dealt a bit of damage to it. Yeah, and now that the level 16 talents are ready, we get the Mirror Ball. We also got the Dwarf Launch. Paint and Red is in. Is that thing at least going to take the fort? The answer is no. Okay, they can at any point move in and claim it, I suppose, but for now there's no catapult spawning. And with additional stacks now on the level 16 kicking in for Chris, it just means that he is going to be able to do even more damage as it continues. But Benny has to be careful. There's again the stage dive, but there's no chance to get the lock on Bad Benny this time at least. Yeah, so 2-0. Could be the last game of the series. It all depends on Chili Mountain. 7 kills to 6, and they are close, but they lost both of their forts, and they haven't taken a single one down yet. Here's the damage. Nicely done. Twilight Dream. They're trying to go for ETC maybe even. And Chris is YOLOing another one out. Stormbolt missed this time. And the Earthquake is in. Gia is low, has to pop the Avatar, but they're slowing him down again. And barely, just barely Mirrodin is able to get away. But what a shot by Harzorps again. Going for the geometry here and just dropping Jimmy. Jimmy is down, and, well, Samuro is cancering it up at the bot lane. He's already going for keep. Samuro is cancering it up bot side. He's going straight for the keep, chopping it away with the Monkey King, and while the rest of the team is fighting a 4 versus 4 now that Jimmy is dead. And Bad Benny goes down again. Bad Benny is down. There's a nice double Stormbolt, and that could be even a few more kills. And indeed it is. Hanzo is down, and so is Thrall. So the only survivor for now is Malfurion, and I'm not quite sure if Yasuo's going to make it either, because here comes Mirrodin with a body block attempt, and since they have Banana Age, he should fall too. Bottom of the map, on the other hand, the keep is gone. Malfurion is dead, but the keep is gone, and that's more important. So the Immortal is spawning in 4 seconds, and I guess that's at least a free halftime show for Chili Mountain. But the keep has been eliminated, and that is kind of huge. Still, not really a good look for the blue team to lose 4 heroes, so they should have probably moved back there. But now the fort is down. Nice Stormbolt from Gia. Damage output, 63,000 by now for Thrall. And yeah, it's party time. I mean, whew. Okay, so what else can they do? He comes to move straight up for the... Yeah, it's 100% shield. 100% shield. Not quite. I mean, Samuro got 2 or 3 hits in. But that's it. It's going to be a 5 versus 5 for the defense at least, but... I'm going for the camp here. They gotta do a lot of damage though. But let's see if they can maybe bring it back. I mean, that would be incredible. Only hero that hasn't died yet in the entire game is Li Ming, by the way. She's the only one with 0 deaths. And Nick is getting chased over here. Alright, he makes it out. Or does he? Oh, ha, ha, ha! Mirrodin! Yeah, they nearly got it. But they already chunked the Immortal down. And ETC is, of course, now with his pseudo-global down at the bottom of the map. He has to deal with the catapults and the camps here. The fort falls. I don't think they can take the keep, though. Look at Samuro. Samuro is, I mean, honestly, this... that hero comes in, takes the back, just cuts off the support from any incoming wave. And over here, the gate is going to fall, but I think they should be able to hold on to the keep at least. Unless they get a kill now. If Li Ming pops off, Mirrodin sets something up, then maybe. They have to be wary of the stage dive, of course. But they're buying a little bit of time. Keep is low. They might just lose this one. Yeah, Li Ming is chucking it down, so good for her. And they're going to take the keep. Maybe not just now, but any kind of combo that lands on this thing is going to drop it. So maybe, just maybe, Chili Mountain can take this after all. I mean, the game isn't over. Level 20 is going to be ready for the Hardos a bit faster than it will be for Chili Mountain, but the gap is tiny. It's a really small window. So it shouldn't be making that big of a difference. Backwell is still trying to control the bot lane here. He's like, team, need some help. Play to save this too. Core is already getting attacked right now, but there's no catapults. And here's the level 20, and that gives us the Earth and Shield. That, of course, is already going to be 6 city. And on top of that, We got for Nick, who went on level 16 straight into the Harsh Winds, now into the Wind Strider. Mix and Fire is in. And Muradin even with a Hardened Shield now. So Muradin, he is really worried about his survivability. He didn't go into Rewind. No second jump and Stormbolt coming out, but yep, going full into the Hardened Shields here. And off we go. 10 kills to 8. Chili Mountain has the lead in kills. And here we go. That's the moment where Muradin just says, alright, I'm gonna get this one. One Stormbolt to rule them all. Bam. And it's not enough! It's not enough! Even with his level 4, he doesn't have enough stacks yet. Oh my god, this just feels bad. So they have to try it again a bit later. Quest is now completed on 16 for Thrall. Again, his damage output is pretty monka. 72,000. Heavily ahead. And at the bottom of the map, as you can tell, Camp plus double catapult is now moving in. And if they split someone down, it has to be ETC, but that also means that there's going to be an open shot for the Immortal. Oh god, oh god, oh god. Alright, so it's Samuro who's of course on the objective again. And yeah, top side, Li Ming is just getting one combo ready after another. But look at the poke here. The poke from Hazu, the poke from Thrall. It's incredible. It's exactly what they need right now. They just need to poke them slowly but steadily, so it's going to be much harder. The arrow into the back line. Here we go. They go for Jimmy. They nearly got the kill. Great bullseye, but they cannot lock it in. The Twilight Dream. ETC jumped in, and Li Ming is the first one to fall. And Nick is murdering the back line. They're going for Reyna. He's dead too. That's a double kill. They're looking for the triple, and they get it against ETC. There's the death mosh, but there's nobody for it. He moved into it on purpose. It's dance time, baby. Dancing with tears in my eyes. Yeah, but the only one that has tears in their eyes right now are the players of Chili Mountain because, well, that is gonna be likely core. Nice setup from ETC, but there was no damage dealer alive anymore. Li Ming and Jimmy were both down. And here come the Hardos as they are aiming to end the game. Yeah, they try to go for the kill. Shields are falling. It's another 18 seconds until they got Li Ming back. And, well, that's all she wrote, ladies. The fat lady has started to sing, and that means it is time to call it quits over here. Muradin is making a last desperate attempt, but it's, first of all, it's Lucio that dies, and then he drops 2. Easy kills, everybody! That is it. That's a 3-0 victory for the Hardos as they claim the #1 possession in the standings again. GG, and well played.
Thank you everybody for watching the video today. I hope that you enjoyed the show and the commentary. And keep in mind that the spoiler protection that is going to run for the rest of the video is made possible by all the support on patreon.com. So guys, if you want to support my work, if you want to help me start new projects and keep the spoiler protection in place, please consider heading over to patreon.com/Khaldor. There's also a link in the YouTube description and check that out. Thanks in advance, and see you guys next time with more esports coverage here on Khaldor TV. Have a great day.